Is there a better way? You want me to throw it? To try to start a video than to have your puppy fetch a ball from Paradise Pond. You're going to do that? I'm not going to do it. Come on. Okay, so here he goes. There's Paradise Pond. There goes the dog. And thus begins a little video on what kind of a seed, what kind of a pod, what kind of a tree did we grow from? Did you know that some seeds develop off the leaf? So the leaf becomes a seed, and some of them even have two seeds, and they break away, and eventually they become seedlings that can grow a tree. And a tree can grow up far away from the mother. Such is the story of our generation. The seedlings that fell were able to travel far from the tree, far from the field they grew in. And what that means is that we really have a restriction on how we communicate. This tree can't nurture its seeds if they're not nearby. It can't really reach them except telepathically. There's no evidence that the tree came from here. And for that matter, where did this tree come from? If you were just to look at the tree, it's pretty hard to tell. So, what I want to try to do is to make it possible for people to understand that you have a tree of life. You have a tree of family, of pets, of beings that are part of your world. And if you give them all a chance to go ahead and play an active part in it, love them, care for them, it may possibly make a community where everybody gets together, gets along, has fun, goes swimming, creates houses, a community center. All those things are possible, but you got to get along with each other. And it's hard to do even with family. So I was just on a long interview with somebody who's got family problems, of course. And it's not just, anything unusual. It's the father and mother getting older and having children and grandchildren. And the conflicts as it comes down to how we're going to divide the estate. And many people don't know, I was a real estate broker for a long time. I got to see a lot of estates. Effectively, the end times when the family had to hand out what was left. And that meant the house. I'm sorry to get in and out. I'm trying to get this toy for my dog, so he stays mildly distracted while we play. The idea behind this is that you can go ahead and create your estate where each of the children has a piece of a trust that is the land, and they can have small houses that gather around the main house, which is the place where we commune together, we talk. Now, whether this is a community of friends, or whether this is a community of family, or it's a meeting center where the larger community around you, other acreages, other families, that all agree and share common motives to remain healthy, to have grandchildren and to have freedoms to practice the way you may believe your God wants you to, up to a limit, of course. And that's the sense that when you want to kill everybody else off around you because they don't believe your way, there's no way to fit that kind of person into your community because they'll kill everybody else off, and that's just wrong. So what you have to have is non-exclusive contemporaries. Non-exclusive meaning you're not excluding or killing off those you exclude, I should say. I don't mind the fact that we exclude people. I don't want pedophiles in my community. There's certain people I don't want. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I also don't want child abusers. I don't want wife abusers, people abusers. I don't want nature abusers, people who would hurt pets. They would take this wonderful dog that I have, who's really just totally harmless. He's Labrador with some pit bull in him, but he doesn't know that he's any pit bull. He thinks he's Labrador. But the point is that people would say, "Oh God, it's a pit bull," and they would want to kill it off, put it away, put it down, just because of its species. These are beings. They're not human beings, but they're living beings, sentient beings. So there's a lot of our world that needs to be recognized as being sentient beings, and thus being given a chance to survive, to have environments they can survive in, to not be poisoned with glyphosate, killing off all the food, all the bugs, all the trees, everything except for the commercial crops, for the people that have the ability to take the commercial crops out of national forests and otherwise. This is about the last of the resources of the world being taken up by the few who care the least about the survival of the planet, and the most about their ability to survive without the rest of us on the planet. So not a good combination. Not a good combination. So what do we do about that? Well, we come up with alternatives, and one of the ways we have to do that is to be able to create non-technical societies that operate without being strangled by technology. Strangled, I mean you can't get your electric, can't get your out, you can't get all these things, but also you strangle your child's mind by giving them technology too early. You strangle their ability to use a brain later because you've turned it into a addiction to a phone, to an identity, to a mark that has no actual physical evidence on your body, but on your psyche, it does. Your access to your social platforms, it may be your access to your money, your bank accounts, your internet identity, your ability to transmit on the internet or receive, even get emails, depends on your entity. Identity often now depends on the phone. Think about that. Come back later. I've got a lot more to talk about.